Hi there, my name is David Anderson. I'm currently a PhD student at Sophia University working on my doctoral dissertation. So this is the study part. I'm also a licensed professional counselor in the state of Colorado, certified professional coach, registered yoga teacher, and I'm trained with Brian Weiss regarding past life memory regression. Now that sparked my interest into trauma. Well, there's a lot of sparked my interest in trauma, but how do past life memories integrate trauma and whatnot? So we're looking at trauma that occurred 2 years or more. There's some confusion on that. If that trauma occurred in the last 2 years, we're not looking at that trauma. We're looking at trauma 2 years ago or more. That way it has a chance for post-traumatic growth to develop. PTG, post-traumatic growth, can develop 6 months to 2 years. So we're looking at 2 years, so we will have more generalizable results. Now, I am looking for participants in both categories. Just the control group, which are people who experienced a trauma 2 years ago or more, and this can be loss of a loved one, it can be spiritual trauma like that, or broken vows in a divorce or infidelity, a traumatic divorce. It can be a traumatic illness. It can be a physical trauma, disaster, terrorism, war. It can be assault, sexual assault, all sorts of things. It can be any event that was traumatic to you. Doesn't necessarily have to lead to PTSD, just be traumatic. So we're looking at that entire continuum. Now there is a rule out question at the very start just to make sure everyone is safe. If they're having suicidal thoughts, for example, probably not safe to take it yet, probably needs to do some work. Even if it was over 2 years ago, if that stuff's happening, we want you to be safe. So that's what the first question is about. Trying to remove any confusion there. If you know anyone who's had trauma in the last 2 years or more that fits that category, or anyone who's had a past life memory or spoken past life memories, please do share this with them as well. We're looking again at past life memory and trauma. The control group and the experimental group will help generalize the results, and the more responses I get, the better the statistical model. So I am looking for a lot of people. If you could please just pass this along, it would mean a lot so I can finish my dissertation and help, bring more of my work to the world. So thank you again for taking the time to watch this video. I appreciate this very much, and all of your efforts to share and to participate and even just learn more about my research. Oh, and everything is private as much as possible. It just goes in a database that I work with. I take all the contact information out when we're working with the statistical data with anyone else. And that's so the identity information is so we can remove people if they want to be later, but we have to have that information. We also collect demographics so we can understand where people are, geographically, their ages and ethnicities. Anyway, all of that data helps generalize the results and will help me in my discussion later. So again, thank you so much. This is David Anderson. Namaste.